Hello, everyone. This is Frank Abreu from Abreu Solutions. I'm going to share with you an interview that was conducted by WCTC 1450, the voice of Central Jersey, last week, where I discussed some of the highlights of my Creative Phenomenal 2018 event. And I also shared some of my philosophy around how people can create a phenomenal year. So I hope you enjoy this interview. Thanks.
Your Healthy Radio Addiction starts now.
Power to the people!
The Laura Ingraham Show.
You can be either red two or be the reed.
Basically, for me to have a business coach that is always keeping me accountable, because we don't have bosses, right? My business coach really make sure that I am on track, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, that I am the best boss I can be to my employees. So I think that is another side that really is responsible for our success, is to have an accountability system that start with my business coach, me, my office manager, my salesperson, my supervisor, and the cleaner. So all this travel that I do, all the conventions that I go, I bring materials that we discuss in monthly meetings and bring all the updates to the cleaners. That's why our company is so successful, because it is continue education, continue learning, never stop learning.
Yeah, coach. I mean, why do these football coaches make all this money, and basketball coaches? It must work, right? I mean, my son is at a college down in North Carolina. They hired a new coach this year, and they went from 2-7 to I think they were 9-3 this year. Coaching, it's all, everybody needs a good coach. So on that, let's bring in Shirley's coach. Tell me a little bit more about how you got involved in coaching, Shirley, and we'll bring Frank in.
Yeah, well, I use coaching. Like, I use a business coach, and I use a personal coach, because you need to have your personal life straight so you can be a successful business owner. You can have a mess of life, a personal life, and be a good business owner. It goes hand to hand. So I actually have two coaches. I have a personal coach and I have a business coach, because so things go smoothly.
So Frank, who's standing right next to you over here, obviously you can see it in radio, of course. So Frank is your business coach or your personal coach?
Yeah, so Frank is helping us right now with some employees' issues and especially HR.
Okay, so business coach. He's your business coach, not a personal coach. All right, so Frank, tell me a little bit more about coaching and why. My wife says I'm an entrepreneur, which means I'm unemployable. Am I uncoachable too?
Sure. My name is Frank Abreu, and I'm my life coach. And thank you for having me, first of all, Mike. I really appreciate being here, and Shirley for inviting me. So, one of the things that I do is I try to go deep into people's heart and minds, because I find that in order to have any success in life, you really need to figure out what you're passionate about and what moves you. And as you can appreciate, based on your history of being an entrepreneur, and Shirley's as well, is that you have to have persistence to be able to succeed. And you can't have persistence unless you know your why. And I find that most people don't spend enough time figuring that out. Because you have to do it more than just anecdotally. You have this perception of what you think it is.
No, I get it. It's not what you think you can do. It's actually doing them. It's actually if you do 99%, you're still not there. In business, it's if you have to get to that 100%, that's how you get paid. You can't go to the car wash and say, just wash 99% of my car. You're getting your whole car washed. That you're paying for the entire car. So it's an important concept to understand that you need to get to the finish line all the time.
Absolutely. And, one of the saddest things that I have found is that some people reach that success because they measure it with material things or, their career, but they're not truly fulfilled. They're not happy. So one of the things that I like to do with my clients is to make sure that when they hit that success based on their measure, they actually feel fulfilled.
Right.
Because unfortunately, many people, their marriages break down. They don't spend time with their kids. They make the success and then they're unhealthy.
Right. No.
Diagnosed with something.
And it's that work-life balance. It's really hard to do that a lot of times. That's a skill all in itself.
Right. So the beauty in what I do is that I help people realize that they don't have to sacrifice their health. They don't have to sacrifice their relationships. They don't have to sacrifice anything to reach that level of success. Unfortunately, in society today, many coaches out there promote don't sleep. Do whatever you need to do to succeed. And some people actually achieve success doing that, but they have to pay the consequences.
Right.
And I like to teach people that they can have a balanced life and still succeed. It's just about learning the habits and the routines you need to have and certain hacks throughout the day to sustain that energy throughout the entire day and still be.
So you've intrigued me. Tell me about a hack. Tell me about a life business hack, because I'm always looking to hack my life work balance. So
absolutely.
Now my balance, it's a little off. Is 98 business and 2% personal? Is that a good balance? Or my partner would probably say that's me. So
not at all. I think everyone has the same needs. You have spiritual needs. You can call it mindfulness. Obviously, you have to take care of your health. You want a good relationship with your kids. You want to have friends and hobbies. All those things have their place, and you must maintain all of them to truly feel fulfilled. And one of the things that you have to do is sit down and do an assessment, which I give all my clients, and I have them evaluate from a scale of 1 to 10. Where are they? In that scale. And then we want to push that up as close to 10 as we can. So.
Just it's not okay,
But you want it in the 7-8 range. If you're below a 5, we have a problem we have to address.
Something would need improvement. Then.
Exactly. And it's a continuous effort. You're never going to be perfect, but you want to make sure that you're moving in that direction.
Okay.
And that's truly important. So one of the things is that's the first hack. Sit down, evaluate your life as if you're evaluating a business. People sit down, they do their project plan, their business models.
And every business needs a business plan. Charlie, you've had a business plan, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So business plans are really important to have. I can't stress that enough. It's January. If you're thinking about starting a business or have a business, every year you should revisit it. It should be getting dust. It should be something that is it's an actual document. It should be the most dog-eared piece of paper you have on your desk.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't use it, if you write it and put it away, it's worthless. And business plans change. You have to really know that if you're going and you try something, which is okay to do, that if something doesn't work, you need to change it. And that part of a coach is that the coach can give you that perspective that you don't have, I believe, that will help you look at it from an outside view. Otherwise, that tunnel vision, as a business owner, you get that tunnel vision all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when I look at a business plan and I'm coaching my client, through that, I ask them, where's your life plan?
Right.
And how much time did you spend developing your life plan?
And 0 out of 3,000 people you've ever talked to gave you a life plan? Or
you look at me like I'm crazy. What are you talking about? A life plan? This is my life plan.
Right.
No. Your business is not, that's part of your life plan. So we have to make sure all those components are in place to make sure your business thrives and succeeds. Because if the owner, the manager, the head of the business doesn't have their life together and in order, the business is going to reflect that as well.
Right.
So that's key. One of the things I tell my clients.
Let's pick this up right at the end of the next segment. So we'll come right back. More news and traffic on WCTC. And back to Frank. Let's talk more about while we were on break, Frank. I did during these commercials, I did my life plan. So I have a life plan. Is 5-minute life plan good, too quick to do, or do I need to probably sit down and do it for a little longer?
Absolutely not. It's a process that you really have to take time. How long did it take you to develop your business plan? I'm sure it took you a little bit more than 5 minutes.
We did it over the first commercial break, right? No.
Exactly. So no, you need someone to sit with you who's going to be straight with you and define reality for where you are in your life. And, we have a perception of ourselves and what we've done, but a lot of times perception is not reality. So we need someone to sit there and put together an assessment that's going to tell you exactly where you really are and then where you need to go.
Like anything, it's a roadmap.
Right.
And you can't get places without a roadmap. Although if you're younger than 30, you probably don't know what a roadmap is. It's Google Maps, I guess. But there's no Google Maps for your life. You need to sit down and put it on paper.
It's funny you mentioned that because that's the fourth segment of my seminars is a roadmap for success. Because at the end of any event that I have, I want to make sure people walk away with the steps they need to take and the pathway they need to go on to reach that success.
Sure. So you said 4 steps. Tell me a little about the first 3, because I think do we go right to step 4? Right?
No. Yeah. So the first step is establishing a foundation. And many times we go through life without having the skills that we need to be able to execute on our goals. And that starts with the mindset. A lot of times we start the morning off, I'll give you a perfect example, thinking very negatively. A lot of us wake up in the morning and we're sort of dreading the day. And we're like, oh my God, not another Monday. That is not the way you want to start your Monday.
And as an entrepreneur, I can tell you, on the weekends, it's like I can't wait till Monday. Sometimes it's like I'm so energized. I told you I've never worked a day in my life, but I work hard, but I don't ever consider it work. If you love what you do, so part of probably the first step of the plan is to find something that you really truly enjoy.
Exactly. You're part of the 5% of society when it comes to this arena that feel that way. Most people do not feel that way.
And it's funny. I think it must be in my DNA and genes, my genetics, because my dad, who should have retired, he should have retired, but he enjoys working. He's in his, he just hit a little over 80 years old and he's still working full time as a dentist. Loves what he does. A lot of his friends have all burned out, but it's really his passion. I can tell you, living and growing up in that household, I got his passion for what he loves to do. And he could think of nothing else he'd rather be doing.
That's my best success story.
Yeah.
To know of someone who does not want to retire. Because that means they figured it out. They have a passion.
Right.
And frankly, people who retire, their lifespan is decreased substantially. They're not active.
They get stale. You don't have a purpose in life. And it's that purpose that, so I get it, that purpose. That's why I'm so energized for that Monday. It's that purpose that, I can't wait for things to start coming back, it's on business, or a lot of businesses don't do a lot of stuff on the weekends. And then all of a sudden Monday comes and they get busy again. It energizes me,
Right. So perfect. So that's how I start my seminar. I help people have the right mindset. And to do that, they have to be intentional. They can't wait for that to befall on them and say, okay, you know what? One day I'll be happy. It's a plan. You need to work at it. You need to be intentional and say to yourself, I want to be X.
So that I can say on Thursday at 3:05 p.m. I want to be happy. Is that I put it on the schedule like that? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One of the things I have people do is, we use our phones every day.
Sure.
And for the most part, we're distracted with social media. I help people use their phones to be productive. So I have them put on a timer to go off every day, whatever it is they want to be that day. So let's say you want to be bold. That's one of my words. I want to be bold. So I put in my alarm around noon when I'm starting to maybe, slack off a little bit in my mindset, be bold. And it reminds me to be bold.
Right.
And the intention to do it is what allows me to sustain that feeling throughout the day.
So I'm sure everyone has their phone. They put all their kids and birthdays and anniversaries on there. So put other things on your schedule that are helpful to you.
Right. Don't
reminders.
wait for it to just fall on you. It may never fall on you.
Right.
So you have to really plan that out. So that's just one of the little hacks that I do. I'm big on owning your morning, because the morning is what's going to set the pathway for that particular day.
And that's actually, so tell me there's a lot of different morning things, rituals that you should do to make you more successful. One of them is, you should get up quickly. You should plan your week, right? There's a whole lot of things that I do in my mind that I don't even know that I do them. I've been doing it so long. One of those, I usually try to look at my weekly schedule, make sure if I'm not scheduled for something, try to fill up that schedule. Monday's a great day to do that.
Right. So first thing I say is don't wait till the morning to figure out what you want to do. The night before, think about how you want to feel. And one way you could do that is to start thinking about what's going to happen the next day you could be excited about. Like you said, you look forward to the Monday, so you're excited about something.
Sure.
So the night before, start thinking about that and figure out how you can get excited about that. Or if you can't get excited about anything, do something that's going to be exciting. Plan to surprise someone the next day, your wife or someone at work, with a joke, with a note, and that immediately is going to put a seed that's going to grow.
I've done some stand up, but most of my staff just says I should keep my day job though. So
right. Well, You hit on something. As soon as you open your eyes, smile and be grateful. You're breathing.
Right.
You're alive.
And truly, I am grateful for every day. You have to be, so.
And so no matter what's happening, you can be grateful for something. Something is going good in your life. And the fact that you woke up and opened your eyes and you immediately say to your God, or maybe you say to yourself, whatever it is that's mindfulness for you, you meditate on it, you say to yourself, I'm grateful. And that is going to immediately put you on a snowball effect throughout the day of feeling good about it.
So, Frank, tell me more. If someone wants to learn more, let's get your shameless plug in. So,
yeah, absolutely. So what I do, I hold events, and I find that events are really a good way of learning, especially when you do them in a fun and exciting environment. So I have a DJ there who gets everyone up, dancing, exercising. We do meditation techniques to help people relax, and we have them go through what I call the perfect day.
Okay.
Where you sustain energy, you're having fun, you're interacting with other people, and you're learning at the same time on how to be the best person you can be.
Okay.
So these events that I'm holding are a full day event. They start at 8 in the morning till 5 p.m.
Wow.
You don't even feel it. At the end of the event, people are like, it's over already?
Okay.
They want to keep going. And the best events I've ever gone to have been 4-day events. They've been transformational all day long. So I'm doing this in New Jersey because I find that we don't have enough seminars that are like that.
Okay.
We have to travel very far to be able to have an event such as that. So the Raritan Community College, I've been working with them.
And I know you did something last Saturday there, right?
Yes, I did something last Saturday that people loved. It was transformational for them. And they're excited to go to the next one that I'm holding in May, where I'm going to be focused on what I call mental detox and how to make sure that your thoughts, your mind, everything that causes you to have feelings, behaviors, and actions are producing what you want to see.
Sure.
And most of us are conditioned to think how we think, and we go through life doing the same things over and over again, not realizing that that's causing us issues.
And what's that? If you do the same thing over and over again and it doesn't work, change it, right? I mean, that's
right. And it's insanity for people to think.
That's the insanity one, right? Yes, right, right.
They're going to get a different result. It's not going to happen. It takes some serious effort. Just like it was developing your business and getting that business model, it took a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. Same thing for your life.
Right. People said you're crazy. You're starting a phone company from scratch. Imagine that. So
right. So if you go to www.abreululive.com, ABREUlive.com, you're going to get information there about all the events I'm holding in Central New Jersey to help people create a phenomenal year, because that's my focus. I want people to not take the new year lightly. And no matter what time you start doing that process during the year, it's never too late to turn it around.
No, I get it. I actually go to the gym 12 months a year, and I never like January's because everyone's there. It's like you have to wait for machines. It's like I can't wait till all these people burn out. So part of the success is continuing. So if you start something, it's really important to continue it. So I've been working out. I got a personal trainer because
awesome.
It just helps. I never realized that I wasn't doing things right and everything else. You don't realize what you don't know, but I go 12 months a year now. And it keeps me healthy, keeps my mind, in shape and everything else.
So statistically, 95% of people who have an accountability partner succeed at their goals every single time. So the fact that you have a personal trainer, you caught on that really quick, because that is going to be very powerful. And unfortunately, 80% of people, New Year's resolutions die out at the 5th week of the year, which is why you see the gym emptying out, and then you're happy.
Not yet, almost.
It's getting there. It's getting there. So that's so important to make sure that we've planned for the year and we have accountability partners, which is what I like to do at the events too. I like to set those up so that people can continue on the right path.
And in our business, we're actually doing our planning now, and by next week, by the time we do our meet and greet on the 31st, which you show up to at Voice Next, January 31st, 6 to 8 o'clock at 1070 Route 34. By the time you get there, we'll have our business plan done for the year. So you can talk to me about business plans if you'd like that night too.
Fabulous.
So tell me a little more about your new year? What have you, any plans that you've done? What have you put on your?
Yeah, my plan is to help as many people as I can achieve their goals and have a phenomenal year, which is why if you go to www.abreululive.com, that's ABREU live.com, you'll find all the events that I have set up to help you have the best year ever.
And what is it? How many events do you do? A couple events a month or?
Well, I do a couple of events every 2 to 3 months. So you're going to see all the dates there. It's going to lead up to a major 4-day event that I'm going to have where you're completely immersed in transformation.
That sounds great. We're going to be back in a couple minutes right after news, traffic, and weather. So more about getting ahead of business.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that interview. But if you want to stay connected and you want me to share with you the latest and greatest around personal growth, so you too can create that phenomenal life, please go to my YouTube channel and click subscribe. That way together we can continue finding our pathway to a truly fulfilling life.